In addition to their high-profile status and shared Norfolk neighborhood, Rose Hanbury and Kate Middleton are connected by a less-than-ideal thread: morning sickness. Kate dealt with hyperemesis gravidarum, a condition that causes severe morning sickness during her pregnancies with Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. It's a plight Hanbury knows all too well. When the Marchioness was pregnant with her twin boys in 2009, she dealt with bouts of morning sickness. Her symptoms reportedly forced her to quit her job as a political assistant to Shadow School's secretary, Michael Gove, reported the Daily Mail. Morning sickness is no joke. Your life is on hold while the symptoms are present, Dr. Roger Gadsby of Warwick University told CBS News. So props to Kate and Hanbury for dealing with this tough issue while growing their families. A very significant 8 ounces. When you're of a certain nobility, it is not uncommon to choose an heir to inherit your fortune and title. This common tradition was a bit complicated for Rose Hanbury and her husband, David Rock Savage, the Marquess of Chumley, when they welcomed twin boys into the world in October 2009. The issue: they had to choose one son to carry on their legacy. How did they reach a conclusion? The couple supposedly made the decision based off weight. They have decided that the 8th Marquess will be the boy who weighed more at birth, a friend told the Telegraph. There was only 8 ounces in it, but they will be a very significant 8 ounces. We're not well versed in the rules of nobility, but this seems like an unorthodox way to settle such a weighty decision. To each their own, we suppose. Her hubby isn't cash rich. An ultra-regal title like Marquess of Chumley probably makes you think of money. And while it's true that Rose Hanbury's husband comes from wealth, he inherited Houghton Hall, a stunning 4,000-acre and 106-room estate, he's not necessarily rich. Yeah, we're confused too. Here's what happened. The Marquess of Chumley, also known as David Rock Savage, reportedly inherited £118 million, around $153 million in U.S. currency, and 2 estates when his father died in 1990. But contrary to what the numbers might say, Rock Savage isn't swimming in pools of money. It's not what people think. A lot of the money people say I have is tied up in trusts, or in artwork, or in land, he told the New York Times in 1997. I'm a curator as much as anything, which is a side of things I do enjoy, going to the country and looking after things, but there is a lot about it that I don't like. Hold on a second. We're trying to find where we left the world's tiniest violin. As it turns out, Rock Savage probably wasn't kidding about the whole I'm not really rich thing. The Daily Mail reported in June 2016 that the Marquess had to sell Hans Holbein, the younger's lady with a squirrel and a starling, to the National Gallery for £10 million, about $13 million, because he's more asset rich than cash rich. What's come out about Prince William's cheating scandal? Since Kate Middleton met Prince William while studying at the University of St. Andrews, the Duchess of Cambridge has seen nary a scandal. The biggest controversy Middleton ever drummed up was during the brief period where she and Will split. She allegedly got drunk on white wine, wore Playboy bunny ears to a nightclub, and fell down while roller skating in a gaudy sequined halter top. Basically, she was doing normal breakup stuff. As the kind of woman who poses in heels directly after giving birth, it's pretty safe to say that whatever scandal would eventually envelop the royal couple wouldn't come from her end, and she'd smile gracefully through it. That's exactly what ended up happening when In Touch floated a cover story claiming that Prince William had cheated on the Duchess with her friend, Rose Hanbury. Middleton found herself navigating similar cheating rumors to those Princess Diana faced decades before her, but this time the rumors were oddly thin. They came from a single American tabloid and were left virtually untouched by the British media. Somehow they still went absolutely viral, and it wasn't long before Prince William was trending worldwide. The big question that remains is where exactly the rumors came from. On the surface, it looks like the whole thing started with a bizarre, unsubstantiated girl fight and snowballed into the ultimate betrayal. Let's dive into what's come out about Prince William's cheating scandal. Stars, did Prince William always have a wandering eye? By the time Rose Hanbury came around, Most of us forgot that Kate Middleton and Prince William's relationship hadn't always been smooth sailing. Prior to their 2010 engagement announcement, the Duchess was dubbed, quote, Waity Katie. It did, after all, take years. During this time, Wills wasn't exactly a model boyfriend, at least if you're going by the tabloids. In 2007, the pair hit a rough patch and split. The Daily Mail subsequently published a report about the so-called truth behind their breakup. William was cursed with an alleged wandering eye, just the kind that would later resurface during the royal cheating scandal. He's only 24 and simply wasn't ready to settle down, claimed a source. He has always had a roving eye, far more so than Harry, who is meant to be the family playboy. That's something Kate has always known and accepted. It was part of the deal, if you like. This was around the same time that William was spotted in a London nightclub getting cozy with a mystery blonde, and he'd reportedly been chatting with a well-connected young woman for months, according to the Evening Standard. The latter was said to be a serious flirtation, but obviously it wasn't that serious, or Middleton wouldn't be a duchess. In any event, that was more than a decade ago. We hope the prince has grown since then. Did Prince William's alleged affair cause a royal rift between brothers? By now, the alleged feud between Prince William and Prince Harry is well-documented tabloid lore. We're not even convinced that it actually happened, but The Sun has listed a number of theories behind why the brothers were allegedly on bad terms. This included Harry and Meghan Markle's exit as a senior member of the royal family, best known as Megxit, and Will's alleged disapproval of his younger brother's relationship. Imagine that. A more recent article from Page 6 claimed the whole thing started during Harry's World War II soldier costume scandal all the way back in 2005. Still, one journalist has theorized that Rose Hanbury was at the center of the boys' reported brawl. What? In a series of now deleted tweets, journalist Nicole Cliff floated the idea that William spilled the baked beans about his alleged affair with Hanbury to Harry, and the Ginger Prince lost it, especially considering their own father's own affair. Wills would absolutely have told Harry about the affair because of how those two are, she wrote. And I think that Harry was like, this is exactly what ruined our childhoods. This is pulling some dad... Explicit. You have 3 small children. What the... Explicit. Of course, there's no evidence of this whatsoever. And, according to The Sun, a royal spokesperson delivered a hard denial about any issue between the royal brothers in January 2020. Happy anniversary? Prince William's cheating rumors couldn't have come at a worse time for the couple, who celebrated their 8th wedding anniversary on April 29th, 2019. To honor the big day, Kensington Palace shared a tweet with some photos of the pair's 2011 Westminster Abbey wedding, a seeming denial of the cheating allegations. Though they didn't officially comment on them, needless to say, the internet went wild in response. Cue the onslaught of memes. Through the gifs of Beyonce laughing and that guy blinking his eyes repeatedly while looking totally perplexed, some users mused whether or not Kensington Palace was joking, which isn't something the royal family is known for. Others thought it was too soon to post wedding photos following In Touch's report. Really, they kind of walked into this one. Tabloid fodder and jokes aside, Kate Middleton got a huge anniversary gift from Queen Elizabeth II. Buckingham Palace announced that the Queen made the Duchess a Dame Grand Cross of the Royal Victorian Order. If you're unfamiliar with the title, Today reports that it's basically the female equivalent of being made a